Let's go on the radio.
That's your line right there, man.
Are you
That's
Facebook
it.
Live?
No, I'm not. I don't do that live stuff in case I mess up.
Uh,
8:06 here. It's Gomez and Lisa as we welcome in our good friend, America's Bouncer and the world's strongest man.
What's up, guys?
Big White. How are you, man?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having me, guys.
Good.
Good to see you.
You know, people will ask
see
us
you.
too because we call you the world's strongest man. It's because at the moment it's true because of your gold medal at the recent powerlifting event in Virginia Beach.
Yeah, I guess
That's
so.
right.
I guess so. Yeah.
We're not making that up.
You're stirring the pot. You're stirring the pot there. You're not making that up.
I'm not making it up. If you won a gold medal in a powerlifting event, bench pressing, and the strict curl,
Yeah, it happened to be the World Championships.
and
Yeah.
world
So,
championships, in my mind, that at least for that moment, and at this moment in time, you, my friend, are the world's
Well,
strongest
thank
man.
you for that. I appreciate that.
Right?
No doubt. Yep.
What was the number on the curl? What's the weight?
I curled 183 pounds with my back against the wall. You can't move at all. It's all arms.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I went for 200, actually over 200. It was like 201 something. And I was like an inch away from being able to
Oh, man.
lock that one in. But the place went nuts. I mean, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
Place went absolutely crazy. And I mean, that's at the end of
Is
the
that a
day,
great
that's-
feeling?
Yeah, you want a lot more of that. You know,
You
give me
want
10
that.
more hits of that, you know.
Well, it's like performers of any kind, musicians or comedians or anybody who gets in front of a crowd. They feed off that and they get addicted to that feel. And now you've seen
Right,
that.
and it's also like you don't realize how blessed you are, and when you do, these
Yeah.
people you don't know. Like it's not like
Yeah.
I had a bunch of friends here that stood up, like a whole
Yeah.
room of people from all over the world, and that was pretty
You
humbling.
made them
just,
love you, Wyatt.
Yeah.
You made them love you.
You're a
Who's
funny guy.
who's the guy who's the strongest man in the world in Europe? What's his name?
There's
The guy
a
from
couple
Game
of
of
them.
Thrones?
There's
Yeah.
Thor Bjornsson.
Yeah, that guy.
There's Eddie Hall. And those guys, man, like those guys are really
There's the guy
the
down.
strongest. men in
And
the
you've
world.
mentioned him too. The guy down in Binghamton. He might be a professor. Or
Yeah, you're talking about Bill Clark.
Yeah, Bill Clark.
He's a real strong guy.
Yeah.
Himself, he's been doing this for a long time, longer than I've been alive.
Wow.
He's been competing. So
And it's like anything else. If exercising, working out, taking care of yourself, you keep doing it. You can.
yeah.
People,
I mean,
I
that's
think
always
people
been
give up on it.
That's always been, my point is like if you keep on working at something and don't give up, like exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
You'll take it as far as you want to go.
Just
I mean,
keep
a lot of
going.
people, especially this newer generation, like they don't see results right away and. They freak out about it, and if they don't see them, then they quit. And
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
move
dude, what are you
on.
doing? I've been lifting weights since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
31. Okay, so that's 24 years.
Yeah.
And won a world championship then. You know what
Sure,
I mean?
yeah.
So
And that's how long it
took
takes.
me a long time to get that.
Hard
that
work and
strong.
dedication.
Right.
Eventually, it pays off.
Right. And we always get into the steroid aspect of the sport.
Yep.
And that's always going to be a factor. And I've just, like I said before on this, I just think it's an easy way out for people.
And
Agreed.
it's bad for you.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, they'll tell you it's really good for you.
Yeah.
But no,
But it's not.
Right.
It's the first chat in the new year here in 2020. Obviously, how was New Year's? Did you do anything special?
Oh, it was good, man. I mean, I was like every other New Year's, man, I spent it at a club.
Did you? Well, that's the gig. I mean, that's what you do. You're America's bouncer.
On the way in here, I am. Yes, I am.
anything happen? Anything good?
It was like one of those zombie horror movies where all of a sudden they're at a prom and all the chicks dressed up nice start throwing up.
Biting people.
We threw out like 7 girls.
Wow.
It was just for vomiting. And I don't understand what the point is. Like, hey, let's get so drunk that we get sick. I mean, to me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't even understand the culture.
No.
I've made money off working in clubs my whole life, but it's like, what the hell? I got other phrases, but I can't say it. Joe will censor me out over here. It's just crazy to me. When you got all dolled up, you got all nice, and to end with your face in your lap, puking on a rug that you don't own. It makes no sense to me.
And what time did the puking commence? Was it like 10
my
or was
God.
it like
Early
1?
on?
No,
Were
it
they
actually
early?
wasn't early on. It was between 11:30 and close at 2 in the morning.
You know,
Somewhere in there.
it's so
and that's
awful.
7 different occasions.
Yeah.
And
of
once
puke
one
between-
starts,
Yeah.
it's infectious.
I guess so. I guess so.
And
I'm
you-
surprised they didn't start biting each other or whatever. You know, it was just weird.
And you
It was
missed the
just weird.
toasted New Year.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
every club. Yeah, I mean that too. Like, what?
You know, you're all dressed
What was
up.
the point?
Yeah.
You, know?
You want your
You
champagne?
puke before the do.
Yeah. Puke after.
I guess that's a way. I don't know. American culture or culture in general just brings in every New Year. Let's bring it in vomiting.
It's a great tradition.
I'm sure Joe was somewhere puking.
Yeah, that's
Some
right.
tavern in Auburn or something throwing up.
No.
I was sound asleep before midnight.
Oh, were you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, before we came on here, you were mentioning because you have an event this weekend, is it?
I do. The New York Fitness Expo. It's
Yep.
one of the biggest expo, if not the biggest expo in New York. It's at Siena College. I'm benching on Sunday. USA powerlifting meet.
Oh, so
it's
I was
also
gonna say-
tied in with it.
Gotcha. It's an actual, it's an event. There will be a first, second, third place. It's not just
Yeah.
like an expo with demonstrations.
No.
This
It's
is
an
the-
event with an actual competition at this event. the
Ah.
Expo. So it's gonna be fun. They're gonna have vendors. It's gonna be a little bit like the Arnold, but for New York,
Okay.
smaller scale.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I've never been to one of these fitness expos. I mean, I've found them all kind of odd. That's standing in a line and taking pictures with a guy in a tank top. You know, I mean, I'll never be that guy.
Yep.
But
No, but you might
cool.
be the guy
It's
that they
cool.
take a picture with.
one day that'd be great. And I thought
Wow,
about
that's pretty cool.
So are
I
they-
actually thought about at the Arnold bringing my dumbbell down.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then I'm like, wait a minute, these booths are like 20 grand. I'm going to spend 20 grand on a booth to
show off the
show
dumbbell.
off this dumbbell that
What
people
if
are
you
getting a hernia
they-
trying to pick up.
They might want you to bring it and pay you to bring it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As one of the.
Yeah. The
I've
demonstrator.
tried different avenues with that dumbbell, and it just seems to get shot down
Well, again, just
everywhere it goes because it breaks stuff.
to recap, this is the world's largest dumbbell.
The heaviest dumbbell.
Heaviest dumbbell, and you own it. You work out with it, and
I
it
do.
weighs. It's a dumbbell, not a barbell.
451 pounds.
451-pound dumbbell that you do like the rows
One
with.
arm rows. The most I've ever done is 4 reps with it, and like I said before, I got a nice old hernia from it too.
Yeah,
Very,
man.
very-
Does it-
it's a very giving
You'll get.
and taking dumbbell.
What does it sit on?
Well, I have it on 2 mats in my garage. Me and my buddy Joe Grabowski with a J. That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to get that, but he'll get it.
Yeah.
We're thinking about building a platform to carry it around with us. You know,
Yeah.
like a pallet jack type thing with
Sure.
weld.
With
and I
wheels.
can lift
Oh,
it
yeah.
right on there, put it
And
on a
leave it
mat
there.
so it doesn't break anything. You know, we
Yeah.
can actually take it places. And we really wanted to bring it down here and do like a demo one of these days.
Oh,
but
that'd be great. Well,
we
yeah,
have to
that's
find
true.
a way to get it in the room.
do it in the
you know what I
parking
mean?
What if we did? Cause, yeah, right out the
probably-
window
Right
here.
Yeah.
We'd still be on there just like
See-
this, but
see,
like
you
go
guys
through the
only want
door.
it in the building. It's like,
Oh, no, I like it
we're
in the
not- no way,
building.
no way. You do it right out there. You
trying-
stand outside in the parking lot,
I'm trying to think of a
and
way
you
to
can
do
lift it out
Oh, we
there.
don't want to break anything.
No, I'd put it in here without a doubt, but it would just be easier.
Well, if it breaks, it was meant to break.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. Is it paint? What color is it?
Black.
It's black.
Black, yeah.
Why don't we paint it like Hulk colors?
Like green and
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah.
Text your question for you,
That'd be
Wyatt. And you've mentioned your height and weight before. Your for record, what 6'3",
6'3", 350 pounds.
350.
Yeah.
How about other measurements like bicep? Do you do that kind of stuff? Like you
I mean,
measure them?
when I was younger, I did. And
Yeah.
now
Not
I'm
anymore?
like, why am I doing this? And when I was like 21, I had 20-inch arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My neck, I mean, obviously, for suits, I got a 24-inch neck, which the guy Thor, you know, he
Yeah.
was praised for having this huge neck, and
Yeah.
my neck's like an inch bigger than his neck. You know, and he's like 6'8",
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm
Wow.
6'3", so
Let's see.
Yeah.
I
So
got,
what's your arm? Let's say that's easily 20-something inches.
yeah, I mean, 20 was the biggest I ever measured, and I was young when I did
Well, we
that.
could-
And then I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I measuring my arms?
Why don't we do it here this morning just to get an update? If you haven't measured them in 10 years,
Do we have a measurement tape?
You know I do.
I think we do.
I think
I
I
think
do.
we do.
I think I do somewhere.
Somewhere in the keychain, just out of curiosity.
I'll find it. I'll find
Okay,
it.
we'll work on that. It's America's Bouncer, Big White here, by the way, the world's strongest man with Gomez and Lisa. Probably now with the training and the upcoming events, not as much acting.
No,
would think
I
that
haven't
would-
been doing much of that at all. I mean, I've been so focused on the meets. I got the one this weekend. Then I have the Pennsylvania State Championships at the Hall of Fame in February.
Oh, in York?
Then in March, I'm going out to Vestal, New York for 100% Raw. And then I have a meet right here in Syracuse at Blood Iron Barbell, which is over on Burnett Ave.
Wow.
It's a new gym that I joined, and it's like a private gym, but they have competitions a couple times a year.
Oh, wow.
Like 3 or 4 times a year, actually.
Now, and then you going to Italy still? Is that still in the works?
So they canceled Italy.
Oh,
and
that's too bad.
but now what they're doing is they want us to go to India.
Wow.
Team USA versus India in April. And I'm not 100% positive if I'm going to be attending a 19-hour flight.
Yeah, that's a
I
long
haven't been
flight.
on a plane since I was 9 years old. Like,
Man, seriously?
I swear to God, that's going to be weird.
And it would take a long
know.
time to drive there.
It would. It would. So I'm up in the air about
Everyone's
that. It would
driving
be
to
great
India.
to, represent my country there.
Yeah, that's a long. I kind of
so
get you. That's a long time in a plane.
And besides that, I mean, power. There really isn't any money in powerlifting. So
Yeah.
this is I'd
Purely-
be forking it over
Yep.
to go.
Kind of pay your own way to
And,
get to the competition.
You do. It's other people do like fundraising and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that. If I really feel the itch that I need to go, then I'm going to go. I don't even know if India has a super heavyweight.
You
know
can
what I
win
mean?
by
So
proxy.
if I'm gonna go,
What if you just sent a video?
You don't have a super heavyweight to go against me. I mean,
You win.
what did I do? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's true.
Right.
It's a week-long bout with diarrhea for you.
Right. I mean, that's the other thing of the food. I mean, the food is good, a little spicy, but good. And yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Texter wants to know about you were talking about getting your 451-pound dumbbell around. How about just the suspension in the car? How do you travel it around with it anyway? The back of a pickup?
So I mean, in one of the videos that's on my YouTube channel, we're putting it in the back of a van, and the place used a crane to pick it up to put it in the van. Part of the drama. This is how
sure,
heavy this dumbbell is.
Yeah.
Pick it up with a crane, and the back end of that van just sinks. Like 3 feet.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, it breaks everything. Originally I had a 315-pound dumbbell made.
Yeah.
And I put that in the back of my Impala, and my shocks are still messed up in the
my
back
God.
of my Impala. And all I did, 300-pound dumbbell in my trunk.
Yeah.
So that's 130-something more pounds. So 136 more pounds. So yeah, I'm sure that'd do some damage to anyone's
Oh, wow.
shocks.
Lots of questions. Well, I'll tell you, we'll take a little break here. It's 8:19. It's Gomez and Lisa with America's Bouncer and the World's Strongest Man, Wyatt here. If you have a question for Wyatt, we have a couple for you to judge on here. Judge Wyatt will rule with an iron fist.
Sounds
In
good.
just a few moments. We'll get to that. It's Gomez and Lisa, and we'll be right back here.